So we want so we want to thank Dr. Darrell Hull for agreeing to do a series of videos with us here in the HRD program. And Dr. Hull, can you tell me how quantitative, qualitative, and mixed methods research differ from each other? And then how do you decide which one you're going to do in your study?
Well, I'll go back to this idea of inductive versus deductive approaches to conducting research. An inductive approach fits more with qualitative research, where you begin to explore the variety of things that could be occurring in an environment where you've observed maybe some phenomenon taking place, and you want to know more about what mechanisms might be at work in producing these effects. In quantitative research, we typically start out with a much more focused problem, and typically comes from the qualitative research that was done prior. And we have some understanding about the fact that there are effects taking place, and we want to demonstrate the extent to which that effect is occurring. So that's more a quantitative approach. Mixed methods approaches then involve doing both of those within the same study. Sometimes you do a study that's qualitative all by itself, and that informs what should be done in a separate second study that's mostly quantitative, and that may inform what needs to be done in a subsequent qualitative study, and so on. There are times when researchers decide to use both techniques within the same study with the same study participants. And to me, that is representative of a mixed methods approach. So it's just simply different approaches to answering questions that you may have about the phenomenon that you're investigating.
So you decide on that based on how much information you have prior. So for instance, if you have no information at all or very little information, you might go with qualitative first.
Yes, it's very much the case. When I first began doing research on the National Youth Service in Jamaica, for example, the very first study that I did was more of a qualitative study, where I came in and investigated the program, learned about it, and sat through portions of the training program with the participants so that I could observe firsthand what was taking place. So I had a better sense of what are some important variables that we might want to collect data on later if we were going to do a quantitative investigation of the program. So it's very helpful. In fact, it's almost impossible to do a quantitative research study without some of that prior information.
Okay, wow, okay. And so that is one way. Are there any other ways, any other things that would determine your use of quanti or quali or mixed?
No, I don't think so. I think that I mean it has to do with the kind of investigation that you're conducting, and you choose the tools, the methodology, that best match the kind of questions that you have.
Okay, all right. Thanks, Doc. Thank you so much.